Here's your wrestling news for November 12th, 2025. Your headlines for today include: real reason WWE is holding off on Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes trilogy revealed, Andrade walks out of Lucha Libre event, breaks silence amid wrestling drama, WWE fans react to concerning update on Tony D'Angelo's status, Ricky Saints survives brutal battle to retain NXT title against Trick Williams, WWE doctors rush backstage after Star suffers head injury during match, officials enforce concussion protocol after frightening spot. WWE NXT star Blake Monroe reveals her better half on air. WWE star Javon Evans reflects on match against Gunther. WWE main roster stars announced for upcoming NXT live event tour. New champions crowned. Fan favorite tag team wins gold outside WWE, and more. The November 10th episode of WWE Raw officially confirmed that Cody Rhodes will compete in the Survivor Series War Games match, but what caught fans' attention was who wasn't mentioned: Roman Reigns. And according to new reports, there's a specific reason behind that decision. Following the announcement, many fans immediately began questioning why Rhodes was announced for the War Games team, while Reigns' name was completely left out. So far, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes have been confirmed to represent the babyface side against The Vision later this month. However, with just weeks to go before Survivor Series, Ibu of Self-Made reported that WWE has still not finalized the exact War Games format, whether it'll be 3-on-3, 4-on-4, or 5-on-5. The uncertainty stems from ongoing creative discussions between Triple H and the writing team, who are reportedly weighing multiple storyline directions. According to Alvarez, WWE's creative team is reportedly hesitant to feature Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in the same segment without an official match on the books, fearing it could lessen the impact of their long-awaited rematch. Right now, WWE's priority is long-term storytelling. The company knows the Rhodes vs. Reigns rematch is one of the biggest money matches that they can deliver, and they want to make sure it happens under the right circumstances. Whether that moment comes at Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, or another major event, the plan is to build it as a truly monumental clash. Of course, as with any WWE storyline, plans can always change. A final decision on War Games is expected soon, especially since it's reportedly tied to the return timelines for Brock Lesnar and Austin Theory, both of whom could play key roles in shaping the final teams. Do you agree with WWE keeping Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns apart until the time is right for their rematch? Should the company hold off until WrestleMania, or give the fans the rematch sooner? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. The roller coaster career of Andrade El Idolo has taken yet another unexpected twist. According to a new report from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, the former WWE star allegedly walked out of the Crash's 14th Anniversario event in Mexico after completing his scheduled meet and greet appearance. Meltzer claimed that Andrade abruptly left the venue because he was unhappy with something related to the show, though the specifics of the situation remain unclear. However, Andrade didn't let that report go unanswered. The 36-year-old fired back on social media, denying that he left to any backstage issue. Instead, he sarcastically joked that he had simply gone to the well-known Hong Kong Gentlemen's Club in Tijuana, a local hotspot often referenced humorously for its great food. His post quickly went viral among fans who appreciated the tongue-in-cheek response. At the same time, Andrade's situation with WWE continues to develop behind the scenes. Following his recent return to AEW Dynamite, it was revealed that Andrade is still dealing with a one-year non-compete clause from his WWE contract. The clause effectively prevents him from freely performing elsewhere, raising serious questions about its legality. Another former WWE star and practicing attorney, David Otunga, weighed in on the issue, explaining that Andrade has a strong case if he chooses to challenge it in court. Otunga believes WWE cannot legally restrict Andrade's ability to earn a living without proper compensation. Speaking on TMZ's Inside the Ring, Otunga revealed that he had previously reached out to El Idolo after learning about his contract situation. Everybody was telling me, hey, you should reach out to Andrade, make sure he should see this. And I said, yeah, actually, Andrade probably should see my video. And then he did. I'll say this, reached out and we spoke. Can't really get into it more than that, but I'm just happy that the videos I'm putting out are actually helping people. They're actually helping wrestlers. As for Andrade, he seems unfazed by the ongoing noise surrounding his name. Whether it's the alleged walkout or his contractual dispute, the former WWE and AEW standout appears focused on moving forward on his own terms. The El Idolo WWE saga is far from over, but one thing is clear: Andrade isn't letting rumors define his narrative. What do you think about Andrade's response? Do you believe he left the Crash due to backstage issues, or was the whole story blown out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Tony D'Angelo's mysterious absence from WWE television has had fans speculating for months, but now a clearer picture of his current status is starting to emerge. The self-proclaimed Don of NXT hasn't been seen on TV since the July 15th episode of NXT, and while rumors have circulated about possible injuries or creative disagreements, there now appears to be more clarity on what's really happening behind the scenes. During the post-Raw show, Sean Ross Sapp revealed that Tony hasn't been spotted at the WWE Performance Center recently, though he remains under contract with the company. There were reportedly creative discussions within WWE about giving D'Angelo a fresh direction, one that distanced him from the family storyline that became his signature on NXT. However, those pitches were reportedly shut down by upper management, leaving his future direction in limbo. Sapp further explained, "It may just be a situation where WWE is waiting on new creative plans for him," noting that there hasn't been much movement on when D'Angelo might return. It's worth noting that Tony's absence isn't due to injury. Earlier reports indicated he had personally requested time off, and his break was approved internally. He was even advertised to appear at an NXT live event on October 10th, but never made the appearance, further fueling speculation about his return timetable. For now, Tony D'Angelo remains signed but sidelined, with WWE seemingly biding its time until they find the right creative direction for one of NXT's most charismatic stars. Do you want to see Tony D'Angelo return as the Don leading the family once again? Or should WWE take this chance to reinvent his character entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This week's main event saw Ricky Saints defend the NXT Championship against former champion Trick Williams in a brutal last man standing match that defined hardcore intensity. At one point, Trick crashed into the barricade and struck his head on the metal post, busting himself open the hard way. Despite the injury, the match continued, and both men delivered an incredible performance that had the crowd on edge. A standout moment came when Saints speared Trick through the commentary desk, drawing a massive reaction from the audience. In the end, Ricky Saints managed to retain his title, keeping Trick down just long enough to secure the win, though the finish raised some questions as Saints appeared to shove Trick while the count was still ongoing. As the celebration continued, the lights dimmed and a familiar silhouette appeared on the stage. Obafemi is back. No words were spoken, but the message is clear: he's coming for the NXT Championship. A powerful ending to an action-packed NXT. Now, Trick Williams was treated by WWE medical personnel backstage following a nasty collision during this match. While officials managed to control the bleeding from a visible cut, there's growing concern that he may have suffered a potential concussion after crashing hard into the barricade and striking his head against the metal post. As of now, WWE has not released an official update on his condition, but sources indicate that Williams will likely undergo standard concussion protocol before being cleared to return to in-ring action. Further details are expected once medical evaluations are complete. The show opened up with women's champion Tatum Paxley in the ring alongside the Culling. Tatum began by apologizing to Izzy Dame, who once again reminded her that she needs to be more selective when granting championship matches. Moments later, former NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne made her entrance, agreeing with Izzy's advice, but taking it a step further. Jayne told Paxley, "You should be more selective. You should select me. I deserve a rematch." After a brief hesitation, Paxley accepted, officially setting the match for next week at Gold Rush, Tatum Paxley versus Jacy Jayne for the NXT Women's Championship. The expressions on the Cullings' faces told the story. They weren't happy with Tatum's decision. Meanwhile, subtle hints continued throughout the segment, Izzy's lingering focus on the title, and Shawn Spears keeping a close eye on Izzy. The tension within the group is growing, and that long-teased turn may finally happen next week. Jasper Troy captured his first ever WWE title tonight, becoming the new Speed Champion after defeating El Grande Americano. The finish came when the referee caught El Grande with a hidden metal plate, costing him the match and the championship. Many expected this outcome given El Grande's demanding schedule, appearing on Monday Night Raw while also performing in AAA events in Mexico. With such a workload, regular title defenses on NXT always seemed unlikely. While the Speed Championship remains a divisive concept among fans, Jasper Troy feels like a natural fit for it. His intense in-ring style and dominant presence make him a believable champion capable of ending matches in under 3 minutes. If given the right run, this reign could elevate both Troy and the credibility of the title itself. Sol Ruca has been provisionally medically cleared, and tonight she made her decision. She will face Blake Monroe next week at Gold Rush for the NXT Women's North American Championship. The announcement drew plenty of excitement, but it also came with concern. Is Sol Ruca truly ready to step back in the ring? Some fans worry she may be returning too soon, risking a setback to her recovery. Others believe this could be part of a larger story arc, with speculation that Zaria might eventually turn on a vulnerable Ruca. Later in the show, the mystery surrounding Blake Monroe's better half was finally addressed. Blake appeared on screen explaining that the one on the right is the glamour that needs to be seen, and the one on the left is the woman from hell that needs to be remembered. The darker side Monroe told her other self that she needed to be more ruthless, insisting that both personas must coexist to overcome Sol Ruca at Gold Rush. It's a compelling twist that adds depth to Monroe's character and sets the stage for an emotional, high-stakes title clash next week. Thea faced Alba Fyre in singles competition. Hale secured an impressive victory, building key momentum ahead of her upcoming title match. She's now set to team with Joe Hendry to challenge Chelsea Green and Ethan Page for the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships. With Leon Slater appearing on the Titantron, Javon Evans announced that they've earned a shot at Dark State's Tag Team Championships. Moments later, Dark State made their way to the ring, only to realize it was a setup. Evans and Slater had lured them in, gaining some much-needed momentum ahead of their title clash next week at Madison Square Garden. Before that, however, Javon Evans will step into the ring on Monday Night Raw to face the returning Gunther as part of the ongoing John Cena tournament. Evans spoke passionately about what it means to compete at MSG at just 21 years old, showing both confidence and humility heading into the biggest week of his young career. It's a tall task against Gunther, but one thing's for sure, he's bound to deliver a banger. Fallon Henley scored a big win tonight, defeating the debuting Skylar Ray to advance to the Women's Speed Championship Finals. Henley will now face Zaria in what promises to be a fast-paced and high-stakes showdown. Tavion Heights picked up an impressive victory tonight, defeating Josh Briggs in a hard-fought singles bout that delivered plenty of action from start to finish. During the broadcast, NXT also promoted its upcoming live tour, including several main roster names including Sheamus, Grayson Waller, Lyra Valkyria, Otis, and JD McDonough. The inclusion of these stars adds major star power to the tour, especially since live events have become increasingly rare for the main roster. This move may also tie into the recent announcement made by John Cena on Raw, revealing that the upcoming Saturday night's main event, which will host his final match, will feature main roster versus NXT exhibition matches. It's possible these live events are being used to test chemistry and matchups ahead of that historic night. That's a wrap on NXT this week, folks. What did you think of the overall show? Which match or segment stood out the most to you, and why? Share your thoughts and reactions in the comments below. Let's talk NXT. Under Shawn Michaels' creative direction, the powerhouse duo of Hank Walker and Tank Ledger steadily grew into one of NXT's most cohesive tag teams. Their chemistry and grit earned them opportunities beyond WWE's developmental system, and that journey has now paid off in a big way. During Pro Wrestling Noah's Star Navigation event in Korakuen Hall, Tokyo, Hank and Tank captured the GHC Tag Team Championships, defeating Team 2000X, Masa Kitamiya, and Takahashi Sugiura to end their reign that began in August 2025. The match, which took place on the event's third night, marked a milestone moment for the NXT representatives and further proved WWE's growing global reach through talent exchange programs. Following their win, the newly crowned champions spoke backstage, expressing their pride and confidence heading into this new chapter as part of Noah's Elite Tag Team division. They made it clear they're not taking this lightly, vowing to represent both NXT and Noah with the toughness and respect the titles demand. Now all eyes are on how Walker and Ledger will handle their dual responsibilities, continuing to build their legacy in Japan while maintaining their presence under the WWE umbrella. Before WWE Raw took over the TD Garden in Boston on November 10, 2025, John Cena and CM Punk gave fans an unexpected treat behind the scenes. The two wrestling icons were spotted side by side at a long table backstage, signing hundreds of autographs for fans, turning what could have been a routine pre-show task into a full-blown movement. In a video shared to CM Punk's Instagram story, Cena is seen gleefully blasting through a towering stack of 8x10s at high speed, clearly having the time of his life. Meanwhile, Punk sits next to him, casually and signing his own stack in a far more chill fashion. Moments like this show why Cena and Punk remain two of the most iconic figures in WWE history. Competitive, different in style, but united in their love for the business and its fans. For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.